Choices I made led me down a road of destruction.
New tonight at 6, a story of healing and hope. A local man turns his life around after a battle with drug addiction, and now he's using what he has learned to help others. The impacts of the heroin crisis are being felt in every community across the area.
Yeah, struggling families are looking for inspiration. First News reporter Alex George introduces us to one man who used to start his day with a breakfast of drugs, but now spends his time handing out hope.
Dominic Morari is described by his friends as a blessing, an inspiration, and someone who always has a positive message to share. Dominic hopes that his message could help someone who may be fighting addiction. A typical day for Dominic starts with personal reflection and a workout.
I spend time in the morning just listening to like some encouraging music to start my day and just kind of praying.
He then heads to the Warren Family Mission, where he's the director of public relations.
I mean, I never know what's going to take place on my day. I might get a phone call where, you know, a generous business like Cavelli Enterprises wants to donate $12,000, or I might get a call where from a family member of a loved one that's struggling with addiction.
And he's also a realtor.
Last year I did $2.3 million in sales.
But 5 years ago, his life looked a lot different. He was homeless and addicted to crack and heroin.
I didn't even want to get out of bed unless I had drugs to get out of bed too. And as soon as my feet rolled off out of the bed onto the ground, I was dashing to where my drug stash was.
He started smoking marijuana at 13, but his drug use escalated over the years. By his late 20s, he had been arrested more than a dozen times.
I would go through these programs that were 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and I might get 6 months clean.
In 2012, he was facing 2 to 8 years in prison. That's when he decided to attend a year-long rehab program in Michigan. It's called Adult and Teen Challenge. It's a Christian drug and alcohol recovery program.
They told me when to get up. They told me when to shower, 3-minute shower at that.
There's also an Adult and Teen Challenge program right here in Youngstown.
It's a complete life change. It's not just about being sober. If we're looking for sobriety, we're selling men short. It's about being good, quality people again.
Brandt is also a graduate of the program, and just like Dominic, is helping other people fight their addiction.
I used to, you know, slang drugs and dope, and now I just slang hope and tell people that, you know, they can overcome these obstacles if they believe in themselves.
Coming up tonight at 11, I'll introduce you to someone who is in a recovery program because of Dominic and his positive message. Alex George, WKBN 27 First News.
If you or a loved one are struggling with addiction, there are ways you can get help. You can find those resources online at WKBN.com. Under the Community tab, click on Heroin Crisis.